I think I want to see both teams try to utilize that part of the map a bit more. And we are off, and we have started in the pistol round.
And with dualies, oh my lord, we've been seeing quite a lot of dualies already.
Yeah, the double dualies, that's the new meta. Double dualies.
Yeah. Well,
it's she shows drop them over. Of course, dual is now $300. So you can get dualies and Kevlar. Oh, Arkinia, she's gonna get tested. Those dualies are going to do some work. 1 and 2, and that's all she wrote.
Well, nonetheless, MIBR has been dealing a lot of damage here already. It's a great hold, and of course on the back of those 2 openings by Arkinia, very early on already the backup has arrived. Little Z is still in the close angle with her dualies, and the bomb is dropped. So Sophia here needs to cross over and get some headshots if she wants to stay alive in this. She's looking to dance around a little bit around the box. But of course, the CTs are just going to be patient, not showing too much skin. Ooh, a bit of a tag onto Josie.
Yeah, I would love to see the MIBR players just swing on her together, and that's exactly what they are doing as well. That was a great opener for also the newest addition to the roster. See this, look at this replay. Oh, and then we had China chime in with the 2K as well.
Yeah.
Good start for MIBR. Also surviving with 3 players. That is already a little bit more money for that economy. Oh. Just throwing a couple of nades over to that ramp area. Gonna have 2 players rush up short. Little S, you have to be ready for this. As we also can see, this is all just a ruse, because the 3 other players of the ENDGAME is on B site.
Yeah, it was meant as a bit of a distraction, but the CTs are dealing with it perfectly. Only a single player lost. So with that, all the other weapons can transfer over, and a bit of a bonus round coming up next. Nice double kill there by Little Z. I mean, if the pistols are gonna swarm you, it might still be a bit tricky sometimes to hit those shots, but she did it in a pretty flawless fashion with that 2 rounds on the board now for MIBR. ENDGAME, of course, have their own buy round now coming up, and on paper, even though a little bit of less amounts of utility, but they do have all AKs on the board. So against those MP9s and FAMASs, it might make a big difference. Oh, the Molotov! It bounced!
Yeah, it bounced. That's what we call a CSGO. Sometimes it is random. Oh, I would have assumed Vai to win that duel. It looked like she knew exactly where Littles likes to play. She was looking at her, staring at her through that smoke for what seemed to be ages. In the end, not able to win it out. Oh, and this is fabulous. A bit of an aggressive play into mid. This is at least ENDGAME's opportunity to get into the site, get the plant. And look at this passive setup for MIBR. They allow this to happen. They are more than happy to. They know they have the player advantage. They trust. I think they trust in the retakes. We talked a little bit about that yesterday. That if you are confident in your retake capability, that you can allow the bomb to be planted and then move together as a unit.
Oh, the flashback.
And here they come.
Oh my goodness. That was so beautifully timed to deal with those remaining Ts. That is a phenomenal retake. And of course, you know, we were a little bit scared. He had MP9s and FAMASs on the board, but look at that. Suddenly, 3 AKs are handed over from Endgame into the hands of MIBR. Little Z now has an op. Yeah, this is a very scary prospects to be looking up next to. Of course, you know, MIBR's on CT side might be a little bit easier, but yeah, Endgame will have to go back to the drawing board with this time around just pistols in hand. And by the looks of things, gonna be going pretty fast-paced towards B. It will be denied early with a couple of pieces of utility. And actually also a couple of players deep down middle, but Little Z is here with the op. And also the backup of Kiza. Yeah, early damage already dealt. And with that, those two B RAM players are the last remaining alive.
Yeah, gonna be Ghosty then. Can get hit a couple of taps here, but she is just baiting for Arkinia on that behind that pillar in quad. That's such a nasty position to clear out if you don't have any molotovs or flashes to push up with.
And now, Flix now has a op of her own. So let's see what she can do up against the op of Little Z. Last time Little Z was playing towards the middle, but I wouldn't be surprised. Here we go. She does play it more towards ramp. Is smoke now in place? Oh, and she will try and read the positioning. It's a good one. Now the nade will fly, deal a bit of damage, but an opening has still yet to come. Ooh, the Molotov will force her to go back. Of course, it's very risky to there remain on your own. Now another flash in. Oh, it actually blinded Tina. Could have been a great push if there was a player close, but only this time around there wasn't. So they're safe for now. But I do like sometimes this angle does go unchecked, which it's a little bit rough if it doesn't. Ooh, almost a bit of a whiff on the spray there, but Gina does grab one, but not before it gets traded. Perhaps that could make the difference. Oh, a Little Z! She misses her shot completely, and with that, it opens things up towards this A side.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a punishment there for that aggressive positioning from Little Z. She could have fallen back a little bit, but probably felt that she could get a trade for her teammate. Kenya spamming to the smoke. They kind of have their sight here, but not completely. Shisha with a quick 2K through the smoke, and now this is so tricky. Getting that plant. Luflix, you have to go big here, I think. 3 versus 2. Nice smoke there. Can play on that. Sophia gets pushed here. Oh! Almost takes out Shisha. Time is ticking, and the flicks. Oh, Yost is going for the knife. And does she have it? Yeah, I think she does have it.
Oh my goodness, there is
out the knife like that. The absolute disrespect. Such a fantastic round from the flicks. And what a way to end it.
I just can't believe it was that way that they ended it. And I mean, Luflex was doing a good job of them being in the sandbag and the other player falling. It's very rough. Because you kind of rely on the rifler there to keep them at bay so you can hit your shots. But well, with that, the op is no more for Endgame. We just have to do it with AKs on the board because it was a very costly round, of course. The least but the loss bonus, they can afford a bit of a rebuy. And the money is already looking so stacked for MIBR.
Yeah, and this round, it was definitively Endgame's opportunity to get some round on the board. They had the site, they had everything, but they just too difficult to actually make those last little centimeters going on. And the flicks, she can do it with the op, she can also do it with the rifle. finds an opening here, and let's see, she is ready. Oh, and they're just jiggle peeking into her one by one by one. Needs to get that smoked off. Nami going for the plant. Little bit stuck here is Nami. Let's see, even going for those wall bangs, and here it comes. Are you ready for the retake?
Well, the utility starts to go over, and they are being very patient. Definitely not wasting a lot of time. Oh, eventually it was a good flashbang. And the flicks and all one by one they do fall. And again, there's not that much time for MIBR still to work with. But after a good actually initial kill by Endgame there on the site, they do take it right back. And man, even if Endgame do have an advantage for a second, you know, they are set up for after plan. But as you were saying, they were peeking Little Z one by one with the AWP. Yeah, it's it probably would have been a better idea to try and double swing that.
Yeah, either double swing, have someone flash her off that position, and then in the end, the second smoke is so important. If you want to go on to the site like that, you need to have both sides of the bomb box smoked off. It's quite suicidal to just go out, and especially against an offer of the caliber of Liz. It's just here we go. That's a double peak. Arkinia down to 5 HP. Gonna get pushed off, and this, I love to see this. Utilize the middle part of the map a little bit more. Gonna have this cheeky boost that spots the legs of Shisha. This is a much better start to the round for Endgame. And look at what happens here when you put the pressure in mid. You are kind of forcing rotations to come through. You can't hold of middle alone anymore. So once again, look at the positioning of China. She is all the way in the back of that connector. MIB retake are not afraid of letting go of the A site.
We're still gonna try and reposition, see if they can get a bit of a better angle. A single flash does go over, but this time around Endgame is actually pretty far back, which could become a problem. If they need to retake and someone decides to stick it in a smoke, who knows what could happen. Now someone is actually on the bomb, and that is the cue for the Endgame players to come out and swing, and Tata is the only left player, but not before the bomb gets defused again, and this is the problem. They were so far away, and well, I already had a bit of a feeling deep down my stomach that was a scenario up for grabs. But yeah, as soon as the defuse sound comes in, MIBR is just, you know, holding on the angles. They have a lot of players still on the board, and even though there were eventually some kills that came through, not before, you know, the timer went from 5 to 0.
Yeah, I am super impressed by the retakes for MIB. Oh, this nice opening for Fetata. Are they going to move quickly on the back of that? Looks like they are not. Gonna reposition a little bit. Maybe do something towards A again. Josie, in the meantime, has found one. China with another, and let's see. Is she gonna go huge here? Yeah, 1-2. Almost gets the third as well, but V. Now left 1 versus 2. And this is that pesky A site. Has to go and search out the players. Josie is gone down. 1 versus 1 now. This is absolutely doable for Vi. Shisha, 35 HP. She has a kit. She has 2 flashes and a nade. No smoke on her. And that could be the difference maker for her to for Vi to win the round. It will be an absolutely amazing round for Vi, for kills and an amazing clutch. Gonna shoulder peek out. Oh,
that is nicely
so
played.
close. So
yeah, and
close.
again, yeah. But you know, that's the thing. If you fake twice, you kind of have a feeling like, oh, they must try and stick it now. But well, little do they know. I guess pros don't stick.
I think there's a difference in. I think the major difference is if you have no teammates to cover you, you don't have a smoke to cover the bomb, then it's a much higher percentage that you are going to be able to win the round by just tapping it and faking. So you'll see it with another opening. It's gonna be a bit of a fast execute towards the B side. A lot of players on that B ramp on the stairs. But not Mullo. That is beautiful. Good timing of that. Stops the fast round. And now endgame. They had cleared out that position with the Mullo initially. Can't be completely sure nothing has happened here. And we're gonna once again see that boost in middle. Spot towards that elevator window position. Nothing to be found there. No players to be found there at this moment in time. And I believe they are once again going to move towards that A site. A site isn't even defended. MIBR's retake on this site has just been absolutely brilliant. And there's no need to stay alone in open positions here when your retake is this strong. Let's see here.
I mean, they're even gonna try and deny the bomb plant. Just throw a Molotov on the side, make it tricky. And that also perhaps gives the time for those smokes to slowly start to fade. Ooh, but on the flank, well, at least that's a kill on Terakina, but not before. Fight does go down, trying to plant the bomb, and now they could try and swarm. They're still gonna be patient and respecting the bomb plant. Oh my goodness, and that is LeFlix now grabbing 2 up. But not before we have now landed ourselves in a 1 versus 1. Of course, there is plenty of time to work with, but Lil Z knows where Sophia is. And if Sophia does swing, who knows what could happen. She does now switch to an M4. Of course, in a 1v1. Oh, that's a bit of a peek, but not a kill just yet. Then you need to hit it. But finally, Endgame do it. They have their first round secured on the back of that insane clutch. And Sophia, well, she is doing one hell of a job for Endgame.
Yeah, this the frags coming out of LeFlix all alone. Like, she has to get into that box. She has to plant the bomb. And that she manages to take out 2 of the MIBR players from that pressured, very, very high pressure position is absolutely fantastic. So finally, a retake that doesn't go in the way of MIBR. And as you were pointing out, very good utility usage, denying the bomb plant as long as possible. Arkinia gonna try to swing and clear out Sophia. Doesn't find any success with that, and that kind of opens things up for endgame. A man advantage, and this time around MIBR has opted to play for the A site. And it does appear that Endgame knows exactly what is up, because... Oi, that is very unfortunate. Must have been one heck of a shot. Josie gonna get a couple of players coming in here, 1, 2, and can she get the third one as well? No. LeFlix. Oh!
Well, she does flick.
Understand why she's called. She has called herself that. Yes. One more to find here.
Oh, that is so rough. I believed that was so beautifully done by her, and of course we already saw her her op highlights in a couple of rounds ago, but that was beautiful. Sadly though, 3 was a little bit too much up for grabs. And with that, MIBR do bounce back on the back of a single round lost. And this is the rough part. Previously, of course, Endgame was still able to buy up. They had a large loss bonus considering the streak of MIBR. But now that they won a round and lost straight after, the money is gone.
Yeah, I think when Endgame are able to get onto A site when it's uncontested by MIBR, it really is all down to the afterplant positioning from them. I would love for them to keep a lurker around that mid area to kind of come back and then flank MIBR as they are starting the retake. I think that can be the key for really for Endgame to take a couple of rounds. Now a fast push coming into that B side, and we're gonna see them give it up once again. MIBR, Liz, she's going to search, find a new angle. This is the same position that we saw her be so deadly, so lethal from earlier. But she's currently smoked off. It's great.
Well, they actually do manage to get the bomb down. This is the thing, MIBR actually kind of respect Endgame always planting that bomb. They don't even try to deny it. But it looks of things, actually these pistols can make it a little bit dicey, and Sophia is gonna try and play that waiting game. My goodness! She lands a couple of shots and make it actually pretty costly here for MIBR, and they haven't really been able to rebuild up that economy with of course the loss and the big reinvestment that took. But nonetheless, MIBR are on double digits, which of course still a very big gap to work with.
Oh, this was so beautifully done. It is close. The only other option I can think of is to do exactly what they were doing this round, to just be pushing into them, just be up in their faces, up in the MIBR's faces as they are starting to retake. Try to go aggressively and deny those positions where they are retaking from. Oh, she knows! You just got a few pixels there. I don't know if you know this, but when you're watching Go TV, it can be a little bit different from what you're actually seeing as a player on the server. When it... Oh, nice entry opener for LeFlix. LeFlix is one of those players that is has been doing so well so far. Very impressive. 11 on the board for her, and she is leading the way for her teammates.
The important thing right now is to not give that lead away, and even though there was another kill, with Little Z grabbing 2 up on mid, it does now leave just the 8 ramp players, and we all know our endgame. They've been liking this A side a lot, and ooh, wait,
did she spot them? Did she spot them?
No,
she
I
didn't
don't
see
think
them.
so.
No way.
Oh, no!
Surprise!
Well,
Surprise! Surprise! Yes, and yeah, and now I think this is going to be a too difficult task for Lils. She finds the first though with the nade. Is she gonna be expecting the flicks to be up so close and personal? It's a battle of the offers, and it's Lils. She wins it out with a low scope headshot. Do you know how difficult it is to hit those?
Yes, because I don't think I've ever done that.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
just wow! What a round from Lils. First, those initial 2 bomb openers in. Okay, first she is all the way down in B ramp, right? She tags up the endgame player who's there down to low HP. She then repositions into middle, gets 2 kills, and then just finishes the round with a couple more.
So beautifully done, and this is the thing, you know, you need to be able to even deliver under pressure. And MIBR certainly have been doing that. Even when, you know, the bomb is planted, you have to start a retake. They seem very well coordinated and have very solid reads on endgame. Also able to slow down endgame. A lot of it was just unfortunate that they're in the round. It was a bit of a missed timing. Ooh, and with the gap of the smoke, that's already an early opening. And Josie as well finds one. And by one, they're going to be peeking into the AWP. I'm not too sure if that's quite the strategy to go for here. And with that, a 2-player advantage already here in the round. And there is a kill now right into middle. But again, good trades.
Good trades, and Nami. I don't know if did Josie spot her there? This Naomi saw where that smoke was coming from. Good. Maybe there are better potential to win it in the afterplant on the B site. Naomi's gonna have to do it all on her own and can't be done.
It's 12-1. That's one hell of a scoreline. I mean, we definitely know MIBR of being able to steamroll their bounds. But it was also during Valencia, I believe against Gotham, that was that were like having like 8 rounds in a row. Well, they certainly have broken that record and are having one hell of a game. And just I think really one of the strengths here, MIBR is very good in having map control, endgame. They often lose those mid players against the AWP of Little Z. And they just always end up crawling out of a ramp. It's pretty much the same affair every single round, time and time again.
Yeah, but now the MIBR players are going to get tested in a bit more aggressive positions. They're gonna go for the boost. China, she is up by boosted tickets. Done so much damage, but it is endgame who comes out of that on top.
Well,
so far, so good. Deep smoke into connector. Kenya, she is open, and one more player close to the site to find. Slows things down here.
Oh, that's a great flashbang. And yes, it did blind the players over towards the catwalk there. But in the end, endgame do hold on. And that was simply off the back of those early openings. You know, they outnumbered MIBR. And we know MIBR is good with their retakes. And again, a flashbang did some work there. But if you have, you know, multiple people in the same angle, it is going to be hard to pick up those 2. So with that, endgame, they bounce back. But yet again, the gap is very, very big. And, well, if they want to turn the tide, they need this last round desperate.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. At least, probably. Let's put it like that. Probably one more round there. This for Chisha with a couple of quick one digs, and Arkinia, she is pushed up very far. Her and China are gonna find something. Bye. Takes down the one. China, she can answer. But now it's still a man advantage for MIBR. And they haven't been able to get the site. Are they gonna push the fix here together? Should absolutely try and do that. Amy gets taken out, and it's all down to the flicks. The shots are not landing yet. Takes down the Littles. Now then, China's been picking up an AK, and Shisha, she is just waiting patiently for the flicks to make her move. This is absolutely the correct way. Bomb is also dropped down towards that short position, so they can just swing on her together. Oh, and doesn't even need that. What a round from Shisha, va?
It is very beautiful, but with that, a 13-2 scoreline, and we will see, can they come back or not? We will find out after a break.
Now I'm back to how I felt, and it all feels possible now that you are here. I was running in the night, remembering myself again, moving to my own, running, just running. I was shaking up the pain, standing in the light again. Some words that mean running, just running. They said we'd never get anywhere, anywhere. Standing together now, we'll make it there, make it there.
Welcome back, everybody, as MIBR is looking to steamroll this first map. And keep in mind, this is Endgame's mapping, and perhaps up next will be the punishment pick of Nuke. And Endgame certainly needs to change things up here a little bit. What can they do, Hedge?
Well, they have to do everything at this stage. They have to play every single round to perfection, hold their economy up, and try to just do their best, really. With Naomi, she's gonna get pushed in middle. Vi finds one. Rough one here. China with the double. That is absolutely huge for her, and the bomb is gonna be planted on the B side. Oh, this is so smart from the new player of MIBR. She gets a couple of kills and then she just falls back. Not gonna give anything up for free to the end game girls. Now she is also on the B ramps. Oh, is taken out now, Lils. We know what she can do. Can she do it again?
Oh, a couple of bullets left in the bag. She needs to both need to reload. But LaFlix was just a little bit faster.
Is there time? Is there time?
Oh,
she
wait.
runs.
She does have a kit, but...
This is gonna be close. Oh!
It is really close. But well, with that, Endgame do have their very much needed pistol round 1. And yeah, 13-3. Still a large gap, of course, to work with. And Endgame can flip it a little bit closer. Because, and yeah, MIBR... Well, actually, no. MIBR have planted the plants, so... That might be a little bit of cash in the back. Yeah, we do see a buy now coming out from MIBR.
Yeah, and I think they're feeling pretty confident. I am not sure if... Yeah, actually, they would probably do this, even though if they were, it was a bit more of a close game. They know with those AKs that they have most likely the weapon advantage over many of the players on endgames on the CT. The flicks, good opening onto Josie. Oh, but why? She is laying in wait. Finds 2. Oh, now this is the more rough for MIBR. At least it's the Galil and one of the AKs that has managed to survive, but they have lost the bomb in the process, and just gonna wait patiently to check if any of the end game girls are going to push aggressively. Bit of a slow down here. She should try to recover the bomb at least. Very, very careful. And this is brilliant. Look how all the angles are being checked and cleared. Gonna be able to retrieve the AK as well. They have the bomb. And now 20 seconds left. They are going to be able to do something here. It has to happen now. Will they be able to get the bomb down? No.
Yeah, well, a couple of seconds left, and with that, Kisa does remain alive with an AK in hand. That is a good thing, because there wouldn't have been money in her bank otherwise. But it is another round on the board for Endgame, and yeah, they simply struggled to regain that bomb back. That was lost over on the ramp area. Yeah, and slowly time and time started to tick away. And with that, perhaps a bit of a lifeline here for Endgame. If they can win consecutive rounds, start to build up that economy similar like MIBR did, then perhaps they could try and turn the tide. Now, early nade into ramp won't be damaging them as they are being a bit more passive, but Tata definitely spotted ahead. But Josie is the one to strike with that AK, and suddenly an advantage for MIBR. Perhaps if they sneak into the side further, they can also recover that lost rifle. And now going to be boosting up. And Josie is on the lookout. Oh, that is so beautifully done. There is no way. And on the back of just having a couple of flashbangs, it all seems to be falling apart for MIBR. The bomb goes down. 2 more weapons recovered for them as well. And suddenly, 2 players left for Endgame.
2 players left indeed. But only 3 on only 2 left now on the MIBR side. Only 1. Shisha. Oh, she has been so good with that Eagle though. But now, can she do it again? That's a fantastic little bit of retake for Endgame, and they are keeping themselves in this game.
I do want to point out, like, Josie did so much with that AK, and very calm and collected as well. Just taking the opportunity, getting that bomb down, and considering it was just some pistols around that saved AK, it definitely was a bit of a win. So extra cash in the bank means an up back onto Little Z. Well, she is already on 24 kills. She certainly has been having one hell of a game so far. And eager to make that same magic happen now on T side.
Yeah, one thing's for sure is that Endgame, they are not as eager to give up that A-site control as MIBR was. And Sophia playing from heaven very, very passively. Has to fall back here as the push comes out from MIBR, and they're swinging into CT spawn. Tata as well gets taken out.
Yeah, utility is gonna keep the CTs at bay for now, and it might have to respect it, but Flix does get Little Z there. So the up goes down, and perhaps the main anxiety point for Endgame, but nonetheless the time is taken away. And I'm not too sure if they can actually go for this. It's gonna be very hard, but yeah, that's gonna be after, or that needs to be the call, because time is running out. There are player down, and not a lot of info, no early openings apart from Little Z there. With that, it is going to be MIBR on 14 with, again, 4 players left alive. And even an up back onto Little Z in the coming round, as Arcana managed to save that.
It just came flying in middle.
Yeah.
So it was like coming, taking up some candy. It was brilliant. Another reason that Endgame chose opted to not go for that retake was that they had 2 ups in the hands of Tata and Leflix. And of course, retaking with an up, retaking with 2 ups is just very, very difficult. But let's see if those ops can come into play in this round though. By She is spamming the smoke. We're gonna see a little bit of a boost here. You'll see. Now the flicks. You have to hit some hefty shots here. You're gonna keep your team into this. Pressured. Takes out the Jose. That's a good start and has that smoke as well to deny the Molotov. Brilliant by Leflix.
This is the thing. It was Josie grabbing the entry there, giving the advantage to MIBR, but ENDGAME have managed to flip the board. But we all know MIBR, they were good with retaking, so they might also be good with taking and executing a side. Ooh, a missed shot there. And that's the opportunity for Kizza to strike. Now the bomb goes down and they're set for after plan. But the CETs are looking to already get through those smokes. But keep in mind, it is again Little Z still here on the up. With a very dangerous angle now. A flashbang that at least forces her off of the position. But she will strike. Oh, and that's a beautiful flick. And there might be even more to come. The remaining CTs are very close on the site. Which angle will she pick first? Oh, she spot! Actually, that's a bit of a missed shot. And now the flicks. She needs to stick it. And for the head. It's very close. Oh, well, Kizza, luckily at the end there, did grab the diffuser. Of course, she did go down. That means, might not look too great, but the rest of the teammates have plenty left to invest for her. And now, MIBR have 10 opportunities here to close out this first map.
Yeah, that was so brilliant. Look at this from Leflix. The way she is positioning herself thus far away from behind the box as possible, and then looking down on the floor, making it a lot more difficult to hit her. Oh, but this is going to be a little bit of danger here, why she's going to sneak into this smoke. Like a shark in water, and Josie has passed her. Are they going to understand what is happening here? Why she gets one, she gets two. Gonna slow things down here, MIBR. This is potentially the last round of the game, Virlas. Where did the time go?
Yeah, well,
It's
MIBR
been so quick.
You know, they were not having it. They were hungry for kills, and well, perhaps even more. Little Z grabs another one here to add to her list. She might, well, I wanted to say she might 30 bomb, but then again, if this were to be the last round, it will be denied.
29. 29 is the maximum.
Yeah, which is very important. And then again, you know, it will be 29 in just 21 rounds. So, nonetheless, a very incredible KD. And yeah, Nami needs to do it by herself. She is all the way over on mid. And, well, with that,
no.
I'm not too sure what happened.
This disconnect there or something.
Oh, that is a little bit rough.
That is such a sad way to end the map. But